Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Opinion Machine, the show where we talk about all things gaming. My name is Killjoy, and today we're going to be taking a look at Commandos 3 HD Remaster. Now, if you have seen in the past, Commandos 2 HD Remaster was released, and I said it was a really bad remaster. And quite frankly, this isn't much better. I believe it's Calypso. It does say Pyro Studios at the start of this, but Calypso Media seem to be the ones remastering these games. And there are improvements here, but this is not a great remaster. There are things that are good, right? They're giving you a few extra options in here. You know, a nice amount of audio options, things like that. Gameplay wise, they do add in a ton of stuff. I can't remember if this was in the original, but they've given you a ton of stuff here. So, and unlike 2, they took out all like the swastikas and German stuff, like sort of stuff in there. I believe this turns that stuff back on, so you can have that on to make it more authentic to the original. And like, yeah, this stuff's nice. To be fair, this stuff is nice. And that's quality of life stuff you expect to see in a remaster. Controls as well, like you can have Commandos 2 Legacy. I'm playing with Commandos 3 Legacy, and you've got custom and default what they've added. You've got all the controls there. But while that stuff's nice, this feels a little bit rushed. And the reason I say that is I'm going to pick a level, right? And I'm going to show you the intro cutscene to that level. The cutscenes don't seem to have been remastered at all. Like, the cutscenes are ripped from the original game, so you get the original texture work versus the actual game where you get the proper texture work. So we'll pick the mission, so get to the engine. This is the original one for Commandos 3 back in the day for the demo. And I want to just point out, like, this is one of my favourite PC games of all time. Right? I love the Commandos games. But I'm going to click... Oh, also they added rookie mode in. I don't actually know what this does. I've got a sneaky suspicion that it probably gives you more time to get out of the enemy's view cone and stuff like that. I haven't actually tested it. I'm glad it's there though, because it shows you, you know, you can do it rookie in original mode. But we're going to pick this mission, and we're going to look at the cutscene. And this cutscene is directly ripped from the original game. And the reason I know this is because if you look at the Commandos model of when he gets to the train, you'll see that the Commando model has like it doesn't even have a face. Like when you see the Green Beret get onto the train, he has no like, he's like, you just see him as a thing that has like no face versus the in-game. And it still looks quite blurry. And the audio is a little bit off there as well. So, yeah, not great. So now I think you get in-game now.
Are you there?
Yeah, so the model's updated.
Sure. You owe me one though. What's the situation? We don't know where we are going, but we do know that we are not alone. Okay. We'll have to clear the train of enemies and get to the end.
So yeah, not great. The reason I'm letting this play through is so you can see that the in-game models...
I'm ready, sir.
Go away. The in-game model here, it's probably better if I show you one of these guys.
Sir?
Oop. We'll get shot in the process, I guess. These in-game models are actually, they are better than the original game. Alright, so these things here have been remastered. They actually have like facial features and things now.
I'm ready, sir.
Actually, a good way to do that is if I drop down here, I can kind of show you. Down you go. If I look through the door, these soldiers, even though they're still moving like they did in the original, they actually have facial features. You can see their faces and a lot of things more defined. So there are improvements to this game. The problem is it's just, it looks nicer, and you have some quality of life, but I've had the game on this mission crash on me 3 times. And the cutscenes themselves haven't been remastered. They've just got... You saw the original aspect ratio. There's probably even better cutscenes to show that as well. So if I go to the first mission of that particular campaign, which is infiltrate the station.
My God, will it
If you look at them... Oh, wait, hang on a second.
And this mud isn't much fun.
How weird.
I'm covered in it.
So that's an in-game one. So that's actually What I need is an actual cutscene to play of. I'm trying to think what might have one of those. Because that actual cutscene of the Green Beret jumping on the train is from the original game. Let's see if we can find another one. Let's try.
This is the situation.
And maybe they skipped over that particular cutscene.
Okay, this is the plan. We have to do as much damage as possible.
Yeah, these in-game ones seem to be in-game. But those one between missions are the ones that seem to be where the issue lies. So why... It's just baffling to me that either that particular cutscene's been missed out, or they just happen to have, you know, not spent the time on it. I'm trying to think if there's any other cutscenes I can think of between missions. Possibly this one. This one. Yes, there you go. Look, this is the old models of the Green Beret and the Sniper. So the in-between missions cutscenes haven't been redone. But it seems like the first levels of these campaigns seem to have those redone cutscenes. And I find that really strange. I don't know whether, like, if it's because this is technically a cutscene and that other thing is just in-game. So they're switching between the two. But it feels lazy. You know? It feels really odd that they just didn't go back and do the cutscenes as well. And that's the biggest problem I have with this, is that the game on Steam currently is £15, I think. It's like a 10% off deal, so it's only about 16 quid normally. This game is a great game, right? I really like the Commandos games, but straight up, like, it's an okay remaster, but generally speaking, like, it's not fantastic. And I think that's really a shame, and that was the same problem with Commandos 2 HD. That did get patched. I expect this game to be patched as well. That cutscene didn't feel like it finished at the right time.
Looks like we've got some
So now we've got the updated models. So this is weird, like, back and forth.
Oh shit.
So it's like very odd that we're getting this and we're not getting. Skip this a minute. And we're not getting consistency. Like, stuff like this is really nice having the controls in it, but like this game, this remaster just feels like it's been. They were given a budget, they've rushed it out the door, and some things are missing. Cutscenes not all being with the 4K textures, and, you know, that quality of life stuff's nice, but it doesn't feel like they've really given the game the time it needs. Like I said, I had the crashes, we've had the cutscenes not looking good. Yes, I expect quality of life from a remaster, and that side of things is good. Like, being like... this stuff up here, like the map and a lot of these like icons are clearer. Everything's clearer. The UI does look nicer. You know, the game itself is decent. Run you over here a minute. But that's the thing. It's built on the foundations of a game that is. I'm gonna pick a less stressful mission because I technically can't really speak and think what I'm doing. Let's go back to the train mission in a minute.
Are you there? Yes.
So, what we have here is a game that, straight up, is based on a good foundation of a game. I love the original Commandos 3. A lot of people think 2's better, but I really like 3. 3's my favourite. And so that shines through, right? We're getting that element of the game being great. But I'm playing a game that, in this day and age, doesn't even have the cutscenes rendering at the 4K. The 4K assets are okay. You mostly notice it on people. I don't know why it says thief. There's a glitch. Why does it say thief? Like, there's just so many little things about this that just make this a really, like, lackluster remaster. Like, if you stopped the crashing, if you sorted out the cutscenes, right? I actually think that was pretty decent. Because, like I said, the quality of life stuff in the options... A lot of this stuff you can turn on and off. If I go to the video option, the gameplay options, like, a lot of this I don't think was in the original. Like, I can change the speed, I can zoom in and out as normal, I can rotate, camera tilt, I didn't even know I could do this. Having autosave on is useful, save reminders. Bold outlines is great, like, I can actually show you this. I don't know if this was in the original, But like if I hit F5, it highlights all the enemies. If I hit F7, it highlights all the doors. That stuff might have been in the original. I honestly can't remember. But it helps, like, you know, helps me see where stuff is. If that was added, great. If it wasn't, well, I'm glad it's back. All these other things, like, you can turn a lot of this stuff off. I can turn the HUD off, you know, commander panel off. You can give the game a more authentic feel. And I do appreciate that. But it just still feels like this was, they were like, here we go, we did the second one, it kind of went down okay. And if you go on Steam, it's got incredibly mixed negative reviews, Commandos 2 HD. This is also in the same boat. Some people don't like the game as much, but, you know, it's a decent game. But when you have the time to go back and do something like this, a game that's, you know, like, we're getting these style games made by a company called Me that did a new Desperados, and they also did Shadow Tactics, which are the same style of game. You know, they're bringing out these really good games, and this could be at that level, but having the cutscenes not work in 4K, having the game crash on me for no reason, all these other little things, it just makes me feel this remaster just wasn't given the time of day that it should have been given. And that sucks, because I love this game. Like, I love playing the Commandos games. Like, I've always really enjoyed it. I love the idea that you have different characters that are good at different things. And yeah, straight up, I'm just like, well, I'm gonna get shot. Let's go down the ladder. How? Somehow I didn't get seen. Are they gonna go through the door or up the ladder? That's the question. Get the knife out. That's actually kind of fun that they're trying to come over here. Do this. See if he sees me. But these games themselves are, like, you know, they're it's a fun game. But can I recommend you buy this remaster in its current state? Probably not. And mainly for that is because it feels lackluster. If you can get the game for under £10 in a sale, probably worth it. Same with the remake, the remaster for Commandos 2. But other than that, I would say wait on this one. Like, I'm having fun with it, but it is frustrating playing a game that I really, really enjoy. And to be fair, I can go back and play the original. I can go back and play the original Commandos 2. Like, it still works. You can go on GOG if you want to play the original games. Buy them for cheaper. Yeah, okay, they won't visually look quite as nice. And maybe they're missing some of those extra quality of life updates. But you don't need them. You know? If this was with all that other stuff that was working, then I think this would be a decent package. But in its current state, it's not worth it. So, on that note, I would say avoid unless about cheaper than £10. Unless they go back and patch it, which I'll keep an eye on. If they do, maybe I'll do an update video on that. But that's going to do it for me today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. As always, if you like the video, hit like. If you want to see more content like this, then subscribe. Links for Facebook and Twitter will be down below in the description as always. And until next video, I will see you then.